Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-na-na-na. Hey, welcome to Kocosports 2015 Fantasy Wrestling Game Report. Now, we know that this is not for everyone. We have a lot of shows like a WrestleMania preview and review shows on the channel that are for everyone. This is for a niche audience of a niche audience of a niche audience. This is just for those who play fantasy wrestling in our league. If you're interested, hey, you can stick around. But let it be known, this is the nerdiest of the nerds. The highest level of the internet infantry, so it's not for everyone. And not only that, but we're also going head-to-head with the WWE Hall of Fame just because real life gets in the way. When the ratings come in, do you think Fantasy Wrestling Game Report will do as good as the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I'm hoping so. I'd like to see how many live comments we get too.
I'm going to predict 0 to 0.5, and I think maybe one of them will be like, what the fuck is this? All right, this is our Kocosports Fantasy Wrestling Game Report. I am the huge one, Dave Coco from Kocosports.com or KOCOsports.net. It's where the world comes to cash, home for combat sports in the bubble, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. And pretty soon we're working on super duper secret projects. Forsaken, do you like the fact that we're working on 900 super secret projects, but we don't mention it because, if we don't want to fail on a public stage? That's how, people always like, why do you talk about super projects? This is why we talk about super secret projects. We want you to be excited for something new if we're successful, but if we fail miserably, we're just going to stop talking about it.
Do you keep like a library full of all these top secret projects to keep track of them all, like indexed?
I do have like notebooks with just hundreds and hundreds of ideas, but I just think that's because I'm a crazy person.
Oh. Well, at least you're keeping it organized.
So let's focus on fantasy wrestling. What you call it? Yeah. So free agents and trades for the first time is closed. We will probably open it later up in the season. There was some teams made a ton of moves, some teams not so much. It's officially closed. So let's start breaking that down. All right. So I will just go fast, Forsaken, just every now and then throw in your comments. I'll handle this. First off, you got first place Dragonflies. I think that's what your team's called.
Dragonfly, yes.
Adrian Neville, Rosa Mendez, Victor, out.
Out.
Davey Richards, Enzo Amore, Eric Rowan, in. 0 trades. There was barely any trades. There was actually only 1 trade. I had people on the hot block, but it was like the worst trades ever, and people were trying to buy my team with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. They're like, how about I give you a guy that's not on WWE or TNA's roster, but I'll give you 800 pounds of peanut butter cups. And I'm like, that is shenanigans. Shenanigans. Now, I do love me some peanut butter cups, but the integrity of the league. Oh, man. So
you had to admit it was a little tempting, though. A whole bunch of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Come on.
I would have, but people would have been pissed. And all that, but I want to be known. We don't have any rules about reading spoilers in fantasy wrestling, but it's dirty. That's like taking steroids in baseball. So there was only 1 trade, and the trade was the local competitors traded Sheamus out, Stardust in, and Team Heel ATP, who, by the way, Moneyball, and if there's a Moneyball award, it's him. He did so many trades and free agents, it was ridiculous. I don't even think his team is exact. I think maybe all 5 members might be new. He kicks Stardust out and gets Sheamus in. Now, local competitors, I'm not going to throw you under the bus, but with Sheamus coming back, I don't know if that was a good call. Who do you think got the better end of that deal? Team Heel ATP with Sheamus or local competitors with Stardust?
Seeing that he only kept Kofi Kingston on his team, I'm going to go with Team Heel ATP has got the strong team. I mean, Eric Young, Madison Rayne, Kenny King, and Sheamus, Kofi Kingston. It's like he's got a really strong team now.
All right, and back to the Dragonflies here. First place Dragonflies for now. The Kangaroos. How does it feel? Last year it took us all year to knock you off. Now it's going to take us to Romania. You have Reigns, Amore, Davey Richards, Rowan, and former Kangaroo Gail Kim. Unbelievable. Now, all right, the Fighting Kangaroos, let's talk about my free agents. I just feel heel heat. I am so absolutely nervous. This is a trade where I'm going with, just like when I drafted Ryback, I'm getting booed out of the building. I'm getting hate on Twitter. People are coming to the Kangaroo headquarters to try to tear me out of the building. But I believe it was a good trade. I'm trading Becky Lynch, cutting Becky Lynch, the lovable Becky Lynch, absolutely lovely, for LK Wrestling. You better have my back on this because no one else does. Kane. I have Kane as a Fighting Kangaroo, and the main reason I have Kane is because even though Becky Lynch looks like she's going to be lining up for her title, Kane, love him or hate him, he's on that goddamn show every week, and he might collect some points here and there. So I got Kane, and he's in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, so we'll see what happens. So
Kane, he got quite a few eliminations in the Royal Rumble, so I'm thinking, he could possibly get a few more eliminations in the Battle Royal. But I gotta say though, you were pretty smart in keeping Ryback, because I know you were about to put Ryback on the trading block, and he's pretty much like your top point getter.
Yeah, well, I wanted to trade Ryback, and maybe next time I'll want to trade Ryback and Kane, but I wanted to be fair. Like, some of these trades were absolutely ridiculous. They're like, they're like, hey, would you like Chris Benoit for half your roster? And you're like, I don't think Chris Benoit is going to be making any appearances anytime soon. They're like, no, make the trade. You're like, no. So the Fighting Kangaroos, the 2014 champions, love them or hate them, they sold out and they picked up Kane. So my team's Ryback, Jimmy Uso, Ziggler, Kane, and Kong. So there you go. And that's a roster. The only one Kangaroo survived, and that was Ziggler from the 2014 championship team. But I sold out, dude. I went for the points. I won a championship, and I was like, you know what? I have a winning tradition to uphold. I do. All right, next, Jeff.
I think I screwed up though. I mean, knowing I was quick to jump and cut Neville.
I think that was your big mistake. That's going to come back to bite you on the ass.
Yeah, I think so. But I'm hoping maybe Eric Rowan can get some eliminations in the Battle Royal. So that's more of my compensation for that.
All right. Then you have the Turkey Maniacs. He makes a lot of trades. His excuses was during the original draft he was high. He cut Rey Mysterio, Carmella, and Eric Rowan, and he replaces her with Leva Bates, which I don't know if she has really a full-time gig going. Adrian Neville, he picked up Adrian Neville and Yuhan Nation. So his team afterwards, Daniel Bryan, the only reason he's getting points, Low-Key, Neville, Yuhan Nation, and Leva Bates. Stairway to Zeppelin did absolutely nothing, but he's towards the top. Maybe not making any moves at all, is pretty good. So there you go. Local competitors, 0 free agents, but the only trade in the league. I thought there'd be more trades. Everyone's like, we need to do trades. All right, let's have trades. And the trades that were just offered were like so one-sided. And I believe this was a little bit sided. But he gets Sheamus out, Stardust in. Mr. the King, nothing, no activity whatsoever, but he did leave comments saying he loves his team. Ewok, busting his ass for the Fantasy League. If it wasn't for Ewok, we probably would have closed this down a long time ago. Ewok, Forsaken, and pretty soon Joshua Green might be working on something. Pretty soon we'll rock it all, so it'll be kind of exciting there. But even though he's been busting his ass, no trades, no nothing. He's like, I'm happy with my team.
Yeah, he's confident. I got to give him props for that. I mean, he does have a very strong team. I mean, Paige and AJ Lee are both at WrestleMania as a tag team. I mean, that's double points, So Damian Sandow, I mean, he could be, he could get a couple eliminations. You got Big E, and he's got Bobby Roode too. I mean, he's a top guy in TNA.
All right, and Unlisted Jobbers, no activity. Boom Boom, a host. Screaming Antelopes, no activity. Boom, speaking of no activity, where the hell is my care package? Huh? That's going to be 2 care packages you owe me. No activity. Just fuck you, boom boom. Player dies who had the #1 draft pick overall, but is stuck in the middle somewhere. Not non-active during this window, but he did check in. And player dies, well, player dies is just busy. He's like still in school, busting his ass. So I understand. But
He's got one half of the tag team champions. He's got John Cena. He's got a Uso from your original team from last year, Emma and Angelina Love. He's got a decent team. So.
When you have a former fighting kangaroo on your team, you know you're going to have a good season.
Oh yeah.
I want to talk to Mr. Player Dies. All right, I understand your education's important. I understand making money and having a career, being successful is important. But is it really more important than winning the Fantasy Wrestling League? Is it? Yes, it is. Good choice, Player Dies. Lennox Wooderson, RVD, Connor out, Magnus and Gunner in. So he went TNA on that one. So look at it.
They're feuding too.
Yeah, so it should be interesting. Yeah, you get some points there. Andy Paps. All right, this is going to take a while, folks. Let's sit down. Andy Paps went absolutely insane. All right, free agents. Kane, Summer Rae, Rockstar Spud, out. Kenny King, Madison Rain, Eric Young, in. Stardust, out in a trade, getting Sheamus in. Team after trade window. Totally different. Sheamus, Kofi Kingston, Kenny King, Madison Rain, Eric Young. So there you go, Andy Paps. You win the Moneyball Award. Hopefully you get turned up. Blu-ray Mysterio, Badanana, no activity. Bond Rangers, no activity, but did check in saying, I like my team. Fuck you guys. All right.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it's good he checked in.
So. Please don't own me, brah. Franielli. Just Layla out. Becky Lynch in. So Franielli getting my former kangaroo, so he should get right to the top. Plus he's got Orton, Kurt Angle, Mark Henry. I could see him making a comeback. Japan, not active, but he wants to be known. He's not active, but he wants to be known that he just wants to send his message out to Rob. Fuck you for picking up Yuha Nation. That's it. He just wanted a special, nice little message. Japan is like, how dare he pick it up? I'm too busy running all of Coco's real businesses. All right, Japan, pump your brakes. Eric Young, the Fabulous E-Birds expansion team. He's happy with his expansion team. He's sticking it there. Let's see. Brutal Brits. I love Brutal Brits. I miss you. One free internet hug for you. No activity. And then Joshua Green, the expansion team, the newest expansion team with the We're Not Worthy team. Free agents, Alex Riley, Brooke Tessmacher, out. Diego Summer Rae in, 0 trades, and team after. Let's see. This is the newest expansion team. Let's see how it is. You have Diego, R-Truth, Darren Young, Matt Hardy, Summer Rae. Not too bad. So there you go. Is Summer Rae on 2 teams? I think I heard Summer Rae earlier. We might have to get Ewok on that. I think we might have 2 Summer Raes.
They got dropped.
Oh, okay. He dropped? Oh, yeah, and he picked it up. I see. Summer Rae, fucking active. All right, so is Becky Lynch. Dude, if Becky Lynch wins the NXT title and fucking just goes on a tear and gets tons of points, the Kangaroo fans are going to absolutely kill me. They are going to absolutely kill me. All right, I feel so much pressure. Like I was like at the keyboard. And I was like, should I hit enter? Should I hit enter? And I hit it. I was like, what the fuck did I do? So hopefully Kane gets bigger points than that.
He's shown quite a bit. So I mean, until the next trade and free agent, that we have, I think he should hopefully get at least a point or so, at least by the Battle Royal, So and this.
So all right. So we'll see. We'll see where it heads out. Yeah. All right. Let's talk WrestleMania. WrestleMania is coming up within 24 hours. Probably less than 24 hours. I'm hoping to do a lot of podcasts. I'm hoping to do a TNA review with American a la carte and all that. So here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Explain WrestleMania and how it's different than other events as far as fantasy wrestling goes. Explain the WrestleMania rules.
Well, we decided, you and I, Dave, that we were going to go ahead and make WrestleMania a little bit more special because this pay-per-view not looking so hot. So, and this is supposed to be the biggest pay-per-view of the year, and we decided, okay, we're going to make this a little bit interesting and double the points for this pay-per-view. So if you have a title match, it's not just 5 points you're going to win if you win the title. It's going to be 10. And gimmick matches, you have it's 2 points. A little bit extra, incentive for like a ladder match or a tables match, or you get the idea. So instead of just 2 points, it's going to be 4 points. So if you win a gimmicked title match, that's 14 points. And then if you, like I said...
The ladder match is absolutely insane, though, because you also have the internet title on the line.
So you're looking at 24 points if you win
both titles. Whoever wins the ladder match is going to most likely be in first place.
I think in first place, and probably stay in first place for a good while, all the way through the end of the year.
We do have double point pay-per-views at the end of the year too, and a lot of people lose their shit when people get giant leads. But Forsaken, tell the people the legend of the 2014 Fighting Kangaroos when you had a giant lead after the Royal Rumble. Tell the children how great my general managing coaching was. What a team! That was like when the Bulls won 3 championships back to back. That was like that type of team. Maybe the second one, we just had chemistry and could prove, it was great. It was just, you know what? A lot of people say fantasy wrestling is about the points. No. When it came to 2014 season, it's about the heart and determination that the Fighting Kangaroos showed. So, just giant leads do evaporate.
Yeah, and whenever you have your biggest point getter, your MVP of your team, is out towards the end of the year, you're going to start going down to a crawl like I did last year.
Yeah, and now there'll be more free agent trades and all that fun stuff. We just got to figure out when. So WrestleMania should be very interesting, and that's what the point of fantasy wrestling was in the beginning. Sometimes WWE, I don't know if wrestling fans know this, but sometimes WWE doesn't put on the best, most enjoyable product for us. So when it sucks, we have to have some fun with it, And like Kane is always on television. Kane sucks, but guess what? Kane's a fighting kangaroo now, so when he's on television, maybe I'll get some points. It's just fantasy sports and fantasy wrestling. It's kind of the same. Where if you're in a last place team, but you have some fantasy points on the line, it makes it a little bit more interesting, and that's what we're trying to do at Kocosports. Everywhere they're experts and in the business. What if you just had fun with pro wrestling? What if? Huh? What if? That would be fun. And that's what we're doing here. So WrestleMania should shake stuff up a lot. And I hope, just to make stuff interesting, I hope it's a bottom team that gets the ladder point matches. Or me, because it would be cool to have a giant lead and be hated on. But, But, if you went off pay-per-view profits, which, is our prediction show, you could check that out and leave your picks there. A lot of people think it's going to be Rob's Daniel Bryan racking up the most points. So.
Oh man, if Rob wins that with Daniel Bryan, we'll never hear the end of that.
Well, and here's the crazy part: when he drafted him, no one knew when he was returning. So Rob took a big chance, and he might take the lead.
Even if he was returning.
Yeah, that's true. At the time of the draft, no one knew, and then he comes back, collects a lot of points, and now he's the favorite according to pay-per-view profits and casinos in England. He's the favorite to win the match, so that means Rob's Turkey Maniacs is the favorite to rack up shit tons of points on Mania. So it should be interesting. And the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, though, that I think anyone's game right now. I don't think there's a lock-on favorite for that.
And that's another thing too, is that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal it's double points because it's also a gimmick match, So 4 points total to the winner, but every elimination was like the Royal Rumble, a point. So it's also double points. So you're talking about 2 points every elimination as well. That's going to be racking up a whole lot of points just in that match alone, especially if you have a guy like Kane who goes and eliminates, like, say, like about 6 people or so.
Yeah. So it should definitely be interesting. So I'm excited. Hopefully it happens. All right, so hopefully I win. Like, yeah, woohoo! Because you know what? If I don't win, I want at least someone from the bottom to shoot up. But if someone in the top 3 or 4 wins that, oh man, we're gonna have a lot of heartbroken teams on the bottom. All right, so cool deal,
Yep.
cool deal. All right, do you have the standings in front of you?
I do.
All right, why don't we break down standings and then we'll wrap this bad boy up because I still have to do 2 review shows and this week, this next 24 hours might be the busiest 24 hours of my life. All right, let's break it down.
All right. So first place we have my team, Team Dragonfly, with 41 points. Dave, your team, Fighting Kangaroos, they're not too far behind with 39 points.
Now, here's my thing with the Fighting Kangaroos. Are you having flashbacks? You're like, son of a bitch, it's 2014 season all again.
Oh, yeah, it's late last year, right now.
Woo!
I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought Roman Reigns was going to have a stronger...
The funny thing is, we're going over standings, but as soon as WrestleMania is over, all this is getting jumbled up. All
of this is going to change. I mean, within less than 24 hours, all of this is going to be different, like completely different.
Yep. So are you enjoying your lead? You're like, I'm in first place again. I mean, yeah, the Kangaroo fans are loyal and pissed off, but I can imagine your fan base has to be beyond pissed. I mean, do they just fucking cancel season tickets? Are they like, oh, here we go, we're crumbling again? I mean,
yeah, cursing and everything, saying, what the fuck? And everything is just like, keep them down, we got to stay up. It's crazy. So, yeah, they're going to be heartbroken, I think, after this pay-per-view.
So, all right, there we go. All right, let's rock it.
All right, third place. And he's right behind you, very, very close, by 5 points away. The Turkey Maniacs with 34 points. Rob's team.
If Daniel Bryan wins that fucking ladder match, I'm gonna be so happy. Yet I'm gonna be so happy as a fan, but as a fantasy team owner, I'm gonna be so fucking angry. Like, it's gonna be like, yes. Oh god, the Turkey Maniacs.
Oh yeah, they just jump right past all of this. After that team, we have the Golden Turtles, Stairway to Zeppelin, with 30 points.
All right, not too bad. And there is a big controversy with his team, but he's holding his own. I thought there'd be some trades there.
Yeah, right, I guess he's going to wait around till after Mania, maybe. You never know what could happen.
All right.
So 3 points behind him, at 27 points, we have the Local Competitors. And 1 point below that, at 26 points, is Mr. the Kings. And 1 point below that, at 25 points, Boom Boom Screaming Antelopes. And
hold on. I just want to say thank you, YouTube. I went to the page and refreshed comments, and they're like, you have 3 comments. Refresh, you have 0 comments. I'm like, that's not how it works, YouTube. All right, go ahead.
That's weird.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, tied up with 24 points. Ewoks, Wicked's Retaliation, and Unleashed Jobbers with 24 points tied up.
All right.
Man, they're fighting for it. All right, and below him, below both of those teams, we have the Dice Kingdom with 23 points. Everybody is very, very close here.
Yeah. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens.
Oh yeah, definitely. Lennox Watterson's All on the Watchtower, 20 points, 3 points below Player Dies. 1 point below Lennox Watterson's team, Team Heel ATP with 19 points.
But he made the most moves ever.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
Oh yeah.
If he wins the championship, he deserves it, especially after all the free agents and trades he went through. Jeez Louise.
Cash in for a whole new team, pretty much.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? You all suck. Get the fuck out of my locker
room. Blue Rey Mysterio's team has 17 points. Let's see. Please Don't Own Me Bra, Franielli's team, right behind him with 16 points.
But I think he's going to turn it around because he has a former fighting kangaroo now.
Yeah, he's got some of that good luck rubbing on his team now. So.
Yep. Yeah, I don't want to say I'm the greatest fantasy wrestling fucking guy ever, but obviously the 2014 championship speaks for itself. Go on.
They had to fight for a whole lot to gain that one. Let's see. We got the Bond Rangers with 15 points, 1 point below Please Don't Own Me Bra. And a little bit of a gap here. We have iJapan's Team Muda Bears with 11 points. So, depending on how that...
In fairness, because I know iJapan in real life, in fairness, iJapan... 11 points is a lot, because originally he wanted to have an all-New Japan roster.
Yeah, I can't really see him getting a whole lot of points with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe he could trade Brock Lesnar for Yuha Nation. We'll see. Well, maybe we'll have to work out a deal or something in the next trading block.
Yeah, I would have said that the Brock Lesnar pick probably wouldn't have been worth that much after Mania, but since he's resigned,
it'll be worth very little.
Yeah. Let's see. The Fabulous E-Birds, Eric Young's team, the expansion team, 8 points. So he's actually moving up a little bit.
That's good.
Yeah. So we got the Brutal Brits right behind him by 2 points below, 6 points.
Yeah, I was expecting big things out of Brutal Brits. I think we're losing the European audience for how bad they're doing.
No.
Brutal Brits, you got to turn that stuff around, brother. All right.
And the final team, the newest team to the league.
The newest expansion team, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
We're not worthy. He's already picked up 2 points in his first week, and he's traded some people. Who knows what could happen tomorrow night?
All right, so there you go. All right, let's go to some live comments, wrap this bad boy up, because I have 800 shows I have to do. Today is podcast day, and tomorrow's WrestleMania, and man, it's going to be a crazy 24 hours. So we'll do some live comments and wrap this bad boy up. We'll be back in a week or two, because we do this weekly, bi-weekly type thing, just to keep up the league in action, all that. But maybe we'll have to do one next week, just because the WrestleMania points will be so crazy. Joshua Green says, ladies and gentlemen, prepare to witness a FWL first. We're not worthy. We'll jump from last to middle of the pack with 1 win. Our truth to prove everyone wrong. Let's do it! All right. Rob's Turkey Maniacs have a shot if Sheamus doesn't fuck it up. All right, there you go. The Fighting Kangaroos suck. Turkey Maniacs for life. These young expansion teams, they don't know what it was like. Hard times during the 2014 season. The Fighting Kangaroos, they have heart, tradition, history. Turkey Maniacs, you just have a lucky draft pick. That's all you have. All right.
The trash talking.
Well, my whole thing is, I would probably make a bet, but every time I make a bet on fantasy wrestling, it doesn't come through. Boom, boom, care package, anyone? And not only, but then it'll owe me a second care package. You know, it's just Rob says, boys, let's not forget the week the roster used to be for the Turkey Maniacs. Now you look at them, and you tell me my team isn't fierce. The team's got a rocket strapped to it. All right, Rob is really excited about his Turkey Maniacs.
Nice.
Why does he deserve it for cashing in his entire team, yet the Turkey Maniacs do not? Daniel Bryan kicked the team to the curb and waved to a new generation of wrestlers. Look at the rosters! All right, Rob, you want to be Mr. Moneyball? You can. All right, you just got lucky. Joshua Green just announced Yuha Nation has decided to go back out of his WWE contract. He has decided that iJapan is too intimidating, and rumors have it there are internal disputes with the owner of don't even know what the rest of that comment says, but Josh, we're going to give yourself. And MJT4 says, sup. Sup? You know, just talking fantasy wrestling.
What's up?
That's it. There will be review shows later. All right, I think that's it. So we got a lot of live comments out of the way. Boom, boom,
Nice.
boom. We're hoping to do some more review shows, which will be, you know, directed towards a larger audience. And we definitely will be on after WrestleMania tomorrow. Man, it's gonna be hardcore. It's going to be hardcore. I gotta wake up at 6 a.m.
Oh,
The
jeez.
pre-show, so I gotta wake up at 6 a.m., which I probably will just stay up because who the fuck wakes up at 6 a.m.? I'm the type of person when someone says you gotta wake up at 6 a.m., I'm like, okay, I'm not sleeping tonight. Who the fuck sleeps and wakes up at 6 a.m.? Crazy talk. Crazy.
I gotta
talk.
wake up at 7, so.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I know this. I gotta wake up at 9 or 10, depending on time zone differences. You know, because you guys turn back the clocks and we don't.
Right.
But in Japan, I have to set an alarm to watch Raw. So it's like, how you doing? So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. 6 a.m. starts here in Japan, and all that. But that's a perfect time to put Kenta on the card. Fucking geniuses. You know, it's like, hey, Japan's going absolutely crazy, and people are caring about Kenta. I know, let's put Kenta on 7 a.m. and Monday morning. That's genius.
Well, hopefully on the pre-show, you'll have maybe the tag match first, the tag team title match.
I think that's what they are doing. Yeah, I think that's the route they're going.
So you might actually have a little bit more time to wake up.
Maybe people are just turning on J Sports before they go to work. Like, all right, hello Kenta, click, going to work. All right, so maybe WWE knows what they're doing. I just don't want to wake up that early. I don't. Come on. Can we have WrestleMania in Japan time? Yeah. All right. So, like, comment, subscribe. A Fantasy Wrestling Game Report will be out probably next week, because next week it seems like we'll have a lot to talk about with Mania, and then we'll don't know when the next one after that is. Please check out our WrestleMania preview show. Like, comment, subscribe, as we do shows all the time. And we got 4 live viewers. I think 6 was our max. 6 live viewers. Do you think we beat out the Hall of Fame face to face? Do you think? Do you think more than 6 people watched it? Do you think the ratings are in? I don't know.
Oh.
What's that?
I'm just glad that we got some live comments and live viewers. So I mean, that's all I can hope for. So.
Yeah, so appreciate it. You know that one of them's like, what?
What is this?
The best part is I'm fucking dying laughing a little bit. You know, there's probably like one guy in the live comments that's like, oh, cool, fantasy wrestling. And we're like, yeah, I wonder how we're doing against the Hall of Fame. And they go, holy shit, the Hall of Fame's on?
Click, watch that.
All right, we do got some more live comments. Rob says, as Yuha's manager on Dream, I could say this is false. Fred Yelly says, let's pray to Funky doesn't. All right. I think we're starting to take fantasy wrestling into a whole new turn with fucking fake rumors.
It's awesome, though. I love it.
And Julie Harrison, a.k.a. Punky, says, don't duck Vitor, bro. And I think that's what we could end out on. Thank you all for the live comments. We plan on doing a lot more shows within the 24 hours. And if we don't, and I fail miserably, we'll definitely be on live after Mania. So hopefully, you know, fantasy wrestling makes pro wrestling fun. And you know what? Wouldn't it be great if just we could watch a 6-hour Mania with pre-show and enjoy it? You know what I mean? It just seems like, you know, I'd like to go on Facebook and see all those guys who pretend they're in the business saying how great WrestleMania was and agree with them. I would just like to be happy. You know what I mean? You know, we have fantasy wrestling. It's just, I love professional wrestling. I really do. And I love indie wrestling. But I got to the point now where indie wrestlers blindly defending a shitty product turns me off on indie products. I don't even fucking want to cover. I mean, we have indie matches from small companies legally. We have legal content on here about indie matches. We're going to start working with other indie companies. And, you know, we want to help out indie companies. But when you go to social media and you see indie wrestlers defending a shitty product, it really makes you lose hope on fucking their product. They're like, you don't fucking understand wrestling. You know, I understand I'm not buying a ticket for your shitty fucking event if you thought that was good. And you know what? It's just Lucha Underground. I sat there for an hour. I really enjoyed it. WrestleMania has always been a special holiday. Legit, it's a holiday for me.
Yeah.
And this is the shittiest I felt. It's like my dad got stuck in a chimney and died. It's shitty. Anyone know what that movie's from? You're way awesomer than the ones that don't know what movie that's from. But, but you know, it's just, this is the shittiest I've ever felt going into a WrestleMania. And you know, a lot of people are like, oh, the internet fans, they're greedy, this generation of fans. No, just put on a good product. Stop blaming the fans. Put on a good fucking product. Because the thing is, WWE sucked back in the day, but you had WCW, you had ECW, you had, you know what I mean? Now, WWE has such a monopoly, and all the number 2 companies, dude, A-Train's coming to whoop your ass.
Oh yeah, it's like coming right through my living room door.
I think this officially counts as an A-Train guest appearance. So, how are you enjoying your time in NXT? Now he shuts up. See, we always ask the tough questions on Kocosports.
Down by the
I just pray to Terry Funk. Oh no, he says he enjoys it, having a good time in NXT. Good to hear. But I just hope WrestleMania is good. That's it. I mean, just, you know, what WWE is banking on. Literally, this is what they're banking on. They're banking on wrestling fans hating other wrestling fans. That's what you're banking on. That is horrible. That is horrible. Either way you cut it.
To me, on a personal level, it's I'm not able to watch a lot because I work pretty much 14 hours a day. You know, so Sunday nights, it's like whenever there's a pay-per-view on and I'm home, I want to actually watch it and enjoy it. You know, and for this WrestleMania, you got only like the ladder match. The Battle Royal seems kind of interesting just because it's fantasy wrestling related. You want to see how they're going to handle the heavyweight title match, and that's pretty much about it. I mean, so.
All right, Julie Harrison says Ronda Rousey walks out at Mania, taps Brock and Reigns, and leaves with the belt. Julie Harrison, you have to. If we are giving out awards like the Moneyball Award, the Lucky Draft Pick Award, which is going to Rob, the greatest mind in all of fantasy wrestling, I'd like to accept the award. If we're handing out awards, Julie Harrison, you get the most Ronda Rousey references ever. And they don't stop. Ronda Rousey and Punky. Julie Harrison and Punky are a little social media first couple of the internet imagery. Mm-hmm. It's constant in the chat. It's constant on Facebook, and it's constant in the YouTube awards. I know Dana White doesn't even reference Ronda Rousey as much as you two do.
Dana White might need to take a look and get them on their advertising team.
MJT4 asked a question, and I answered this earlier, but I'll answer it again. Brock Lesnar's rumored to be WWE champion for 2 years. What do you think? Me personally, and I know this gets me a lot of heat, I would rather have Brock Lesnar be champion forever and barely defend it than have John Cena or Roman Reigns champion or one of the Golden Boys. And that gives me a lot of heat because a lot of people are like, oh, well, John Cena shows up. Who gives a shit? He shows up, but I don't fucking want to see it. So, like, yeah, if it's Brock Lesnar holding the title for 2 more years and not John Cena and not Roman Reigns, which, by the way, is Roman Reigns even a real person anymore? So if it's not John Cena and his Samoan fucking friend, I'm sorry, that's not fair. They're not friends. His Samoa clone, they're the same fucking person. Yeah, then no. Brock Lesnar, keep the fucking title forever. I'd rather not have a world title than have a world title fucking on an embarrassment of a pro wrestler that doesn't fucking deserve it. And you know what? It depends. Like, what are my options? Brock Lesnar keeping the title or John Cena getting the title? Brock Lesnar keeping the title. Brock Lesnar
Yeah.
keeping the title or Roman Reigns? Brock Lesnar keeping the title. Now, if you say, hey, Seth Rollins cashes in, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Not so
That
fast, my
changes
fellow
everything.
friends. Yeah, but the problem is WWE pushes these fucking megastars that we don't give a shit about. Brock Lesnar you might not be a Brock Lesnar fan, but at least that motherfucker's not ruining Raw every goddamn week. You know what I mean?
He's also got Paul Heyman with him. I mean,
yeah. So I personally would rather have no title than John Cena and Samoan Cena fucking represent not even a company, but a profession that I love. So some people absolutely hate it. Like, the champ has to be here. The champ has to be here. And I understand that. Trust me, I'm not falling for it. But, like, if there's an option, like, all right, you bring up Brock Lesnar as a title. I'm like, well, it depends on the situation. Who takes it off him? John Cena? Nope. Roman Reigns? Nope. So, yeah, I mean, if you have a champion worthy of taking it, he's awesome. He connects with the fans. Let's say he's a good wrestler. He connects with the fans, and people cheer him.
like Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins.
Then yeah, no. Brock Lesnar should give up the title. But if Brock Lesnar's a champion and you're like, well, this is the best we got, Roman Reigns. No, fuck that. Keep the title, Brock. We'll come back in 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be different if Roman Reigns didn't get injured, if Roman Reigns was more like the Shield Roman Reigns, if Roman Reigns hid his weaknesses, if Roman Reigns was humble, if people cheered for him. It would be different, but I don't want a good guy champion that no one likes.
Yeah.
You might as well have fucking Brock Lesnar fucking sitting at home drinking beers, fucking with the title under his fucking boot. It's fucking more valuable that way. Go ahead.
Yeah, or the Roman Reigns who says, let me tell you a little story about it. And it's like, no, I don't want to hear no story. Just do what you do best and go back to how you used to be. Not that guy. Not that guy.
Yeah.
Not that guy. No.
It's just, and the thing that people don't understand is, I was showing Rob this. There's a Phil Baroni thing. Look at Phil Baroni Rockstar. You might have no idea who Phil Baroni is. You watch Phil Baroni's a rock star, because there's rumors that he's signing with WWE. You watch Phil Baroni's a rock star. Watch it. It's like 3 minutes long. No special features at all. There's wind. The camera work is shitty. There's barely any edits. And you watch that, you know nothing about Phil Baroni. You're like, I like this guy. That's what they're missing. They're missing, like, nowadays, hard times. The thing that Dusty Rhodes, Stone Cold Steve Austin had. The things these characters had is that you were like, oh, he's human. He's like us. I want to be like him. I'm sorry, if you want to be like John Cena, you're a fucking loser. And I don't care if you're 8 years old or fucking 70 years old. You're just, okay, I want everything handed to me and be good looking. All right, well, fucking good luck. Julie Harrison said Conor McGregor versus Sheamus, WrestleMania 32. Not too bad. Where do you want to put Sheamus? Return to the ladder match or the Battle Royal or USA versus Russia? I want Sheamus in a Battle Royal.
Battle Royal.
Because if he's in a ladder match, he might win, and that will fucking break my goddamn heart. This is from MJT4. Thank you for all the comments. It is dumb how Rusev was a Bulgarian, then he became Russian. Yeah, WWE is stupid. They have a history of doing that. They really do. All right,
continuity, not that good.
That really has to be the last comment. Thank you so much for all the live comments. Especially we got a couple new live listeners. MJT4, hopefully you stick around. We don't always talk fantasy wrestling. Sometimes we mature a bit and talk professional wrestling.
There you go.
So hopefully you leave comments more. Thank you for the live comments. I plan on doing a couple live shows before Mania, and we'll definitely have a post show with hopefully we can get a lot of special guests. I don't know about guests, but like hosts and stuff. We'll figure it out. I want to do something special for Mania, and last year's Mania was crazy long a show, so hopefully this year's Mania will be. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and check out our blog at Kocosports.net. And we're working on tons of secret projects that if they fail, we'll never mention again. But if they're successful, we will push them in your face obnoxiously.
There you go.
Like, comment, subscribe, and with that, and thank you Forsaken, thank you Ewok, thank you Internet Infantry, and with that, I am over. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum.